Hi.
Welcome to Scripts and Giggles with Shoshana.
And Marnie. That feels right.
Okay.
That feels right.
I'm not doing that again.
If I want to do it again, we'll do it again.
We absolutely won't. Hi, guys. Hey, lads. Hey, ladies.
As you can see, Shoshana's got on the podcast hot for some reason.
I'm always hot.
Because if I said we was going to do it again,
we're not going to repeat the intro. Like, literally, you're not even going to hear the first intro.
Oh.
I will cut out before we even get to that point.
But if I wanted to do it again, we would have done it again.
Why?
If I wanted to do it again, we would have done it again.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
Whatever you believe.
Oh.
So.
Should we just get to pop culture news?
Let's just do it. Because I was about to get roasted for actually putting comments on celebrity
Oh my god,
posts.
thank you for reminding me. Thank God.
Yeah, remind you of me getting roasted. Okay, go on.
I was saying before we aired that I don't really understand the thought process of people who comment on people that they don't know's Instagram stories. I will admit, I've commented on TikToks before, but TikTok feels different.
I know it does. It does. I have commented on TikTok as well. And YouTube.
And I think YouTube is different.
Yeah,
I mean, you can comment on YouTube, but like going to like a celeb's Instagram to be like, slay queen, that to me I just don't get. Equally, and then the flip side of that where it's like, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
as if Kim Kardashian cares.
It's true. And that being said, it's energy to do both.
Yeah.
But in reality, as she was saying that, just before
Shoshana was like, I'm always commenting slay.
No,
queen.
I don't always comment. I said yesterday, literally, I was tempted to be like, your hair is hairy. Because she had a really cute hairstyle. I can't remember who it was.
Name her name right now.
I can't remember, that's the thing. Maybe it was even Orgy.
Maybe.
But she looked great. Like, she looked great. And I'm just like, I just wanted to comment on the hair. And I was saying that I've DM'd in the stories of a celeb going like, your hair looks great, what colour is it? Because I wanted to use...
Sorry, she really told me about this, but I'm still finding it so funny.
For non-celebrities, I have got a response. Like,
of course, like a regular person will probably tell you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, your dress looks... I think it was definitely like a travel influencer, and I was like, your dress looks stunning. I was like, I love the dress. Where's it from? And she was like, Zara. I was like,
did you go and buy the dress? No. That's
it's
why I don't
like
understand
Zara.
When people ask, like, you're not going to buy this.
Yeah, but it was like Zara from previous seasons. Of course I wasn't going to get it.
Yeah, that's what I would say too, even if I bought it yesterday.
Even if...
You're not going to get it. You buy the same clothes as me.
No, but also, like, Zara is one of those stores, as we talked about on the pod, where I walk in and do a U-turn right back out. So, like, for that particular store, it wasn't the case. If she said, like, oh, a store that I could just search online, I would have done it. If I was feeding it as much. But I really like the dress. So.
I just feel like that's what the likes for. I don't need to be like, slay queen. Because I said that when I said I like the picture. Like, I don't like pictures I don't like. I know there are people out there who will like everything that's on their feed. I don't do that. Like, if I'm like, oh no, she ate this, I'm gonna like it. If the post is something that you can interact with, like, I don't know, here I am in the Bahamas and I'm about to go on holidays to Bahamas, I might message you and be like, what was the best thing you did in the Bahamas? But like, I wouldn't just do that for like, if Beyonce went to the Bahamas, I'd do that for like a girl from our old school went to the Bahamas. I'm not going to message Beyonce and be like, so how was the Bahamas? What?
I mean, for me,
there are people out there who are delusional enough to do that.
They are, but for me personally, I don't do that. I just give a compliment or two, because sometimes you just need to send a compliment, you know? They could be having a bad day, but then they see my comment and they're like, wow, things are looking up now.
They're like, I was going to kill myself, but Shoshana said, where's that dress from? And I'm like, I have to stay alive. I have to tell Shoshana where
absolutely done. I
have to tell Shoshana where the dress is from.
Personally, I don't. I mean, I think it was
but
on
I think
Facebook.
people like you and like people who are more extreme than you are what keeps those things going, right? It's the people that are gonna comment and like. I'll admit I will like, but I will not. I'm probably not gonna comment. What's the point? Yeah. But there's the people that comment and then like buy what you're wearing and all of that stuff that keeps that person paid. So it's important that people do that. I'm just not that. It's just not gonna be me.
I think the thing that would prevent me from commenting as much, and I don't, perfectly honest, I don't comment that much, especially there was a period of time I was barely going on Instagram. I mainly go on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I will go on TikTok, I will look at the comments as I'm watching the video, because the comments always gives.
Yeah.
And if I want to be funny and think I'm having a funny day, then I'll put a comment in, hoping that I get the likes. But on Instagram, and I think on Facebook from way back when, you used to be able to see people's comments. So they'll make a comment on the post and you'll be able to see the post with the person's comment. Yeah. And that prevented me from commenting. Not because I'm going to comment something like horrible, evil, like when people just say like die at the end of the post, which is morbid and just terrible. But I think is the fact that I don't like that people are seeing my comments.
Yeah, I get that.
People that I know are seeing my comments. Not like it's going to be anything bad, but it's just like I'm having a one-to-one conversation. Why are you seeing yourself in here? It's an A and B conversation. See yourself out.
Literally. I agree. And that's why I don't comment. I never comment on stuff. Even if I saw the post and the post was like, I'm atting specifically Marnie Michaels about this thing, I would still be like, somebody DM me privately.
No.
Like, I'm not ever going to comment on that. That's embarrassing. Like, what are you doing?
But speaking of comments, please do comment on our
We
YouTube.
love when you guys comment.
Comment on our YouTubes.
We do.
Comment on our podcast if you have any thoughts, what you're loving, what you're not loving. Just give us the 5 stars. We love to hear it. We will also shout you out. Literally, we had a whole part of our episode last week where we did the exact.
Yeah, we love to know what you guys are thinking.
100%. And what we should be talking
about. Be a conversation, guys.
Yeah. Of course.
And
so ignore everything we just said about comments. Well, positive
No, we're not commenting. You guys can comment on this podcast. I think commenting on the podcast is right, because that's what we've asked you to do. And we will read your comments, and we will, where we can, accommodate your comments.
Yeah, of course.
What we're talking about is somebody going onto Rihanna's Instagram specifically and just writing slay on every single post.
Yeah, that's not me.
So Rihanna's like at home feeding her baby, then she looks at her phone and she's got 14 notifications. It's just the same person being like slay,
that's
slay,
people
slay, queen, slay. Like, what is going on with you?
Well, that's why majority of these profiles are, one, managed by someone, and two, is like hidden. They don't get notifications on this post. Oprah, I was looking at some of her posts. She doesn't even have comments on it. I think.
Well, but then there are people like Nicki Minaj who, if you say the word Nicki Minaj, even if you didn't, I'm just surprised that our podcast is not about. We need to be careful.
I know.
Don't tag her, because otherwise we'll be getting comments after comments after comments. We'll be getting doxxed.
I mean,
for what?
I know.
For what?
I know.
She was commenting on regular ass people's posts. Don't you, keep my name out your mouth, bitch. I'm a fan. What the hell?
I'm a Bob, fam.
I'm wearing my Bob jacket right now. Like,
I bought your music and went to your tour, and you're telling me to keep my mouth shut?
I will admit that I have not actually ever spent money on Nicki Minaj, but
would you?
Not now. In the past, maybe.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
But now I don't think that would be a good use of my time or her time. So we wish her all the best.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing from last week that I would like to correct.
Go on.
Because it bothers me sometimes when I can't remember something, and I know I'm going to remember it as soon as I listen to the pod. But last week I was talking about, I said, you know, when we were talking about Love Island, and I was like, it's bringing on an old member of the cast suspends your disbelief.
Yes. What
I meant to say is it ruins the false sense of security that you've been lulled into by the show, which is that oh, this isn't a TV show. You're watching real people living their real lives. And then here comes this person who's like, I was on a previous season. That just immediately reminds you that you're watching TV. So that's what I meant to say. And instead I was like, you know, like, when it's like you disbelieve, but you like, I was like, oh my God. Did you go to school?
I hope that makes it into the final edit. So I can't guarantee that point made it into the edit.
It did, well, I heard it.
Oh, it did? Okay, and it's in the edit.
So.
Yeah. Great. So there was also another episode.
So what's good, Miley? What's good?
How dare, don't do that. Where she did that? Oh my God. I remember that awards show. I remember like, being shocked.
Was she gonna fight that little girl?
She was, but Miley really calls for it. I'm sorry.
No, Miley was being cheeky, but she's literally a kid.
Yeah, but
this is what I mean. You have to be able to like
discern.
If my little cousin says like, imagine being 30 years old and wearing jeans, I'm not about to fight her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
because I'd be like, you're gonna be 30 soon, fam.
I'm like, sis, have your cake, cake right now and enjoy it. When you're 30 and you're coming to me, oh my bones hurt, my bones hurt. I'm not gonna give you any of my secrets.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know.
Or even more, like, when I have a kid and you guys are all like, oh, can I hold him? Can I babysit him? I'll be like, no, because you said I shouldn't be wearing jeans. How about that?
No, you waiting how many years for that?
Wow. Excuse me, how many years? I'm having a baby tomorrow. This is me announcing on the pod that I am 9 months pregnant.
No, I mean, I'm definitely minimum a year because the baby needs to be here.
Obviously, minimum,
and the baby needs to be old enough for the kids to want to babysit.
People are gonna want to babysit my child fresh out the womb.
Wow,
she's
womb out. Okay,
you're gonna see the baby be like, oh, that baby.
No, the baby.
Not the baby gonna be like, that baby's a fashion icon. Sorry, I'm gonna reference this TikTok that I saw, which is so funny. And it's a clip from the Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
And they were like, and it's somebody before it starts like, no, but why did Jesus decide to serve, no, why did the baby decide to serve Khan? And it comes to the baby's like it's just a cute little baby, but it's like, we are so warped now.
Oh my
that if anybody
gosh.
does anything like, ooh, that was kind of sassy, we're like, yeah, that baby served Khan. And it's like, the idea that whoever made the Prince of Egypt was sitting at home and be like, we're going to make this film. And people are going to be like thinking about this story. And like 10 years, 20 years later,
it's a biblical story as well.
Work, bitch, work to a baby.
Well, that's...
Where are we at?
I know, but that's like, what's it called? Dreamgirls. When there's one number with the Dreamgirls, and they're singing, and there's like one small moment where
Anika Noni Rose.
Rose, and she like smiles weirdly.
Yeah.
10 years later, everyone's doing the exact same meme, and I'm like, what? I watched that film multiple times, and it never came to me like. But then that being said, I watched Sister Act yesterday, and I didn't realize Whoopi Goldberg has no eyebrows
for the whole film.
Yeah. Bam! It was a close-up shot of her, and she's talking about like, you gotta protect me, I can't become a nun, or something along that line.
That was her for the whole film. Please, I just can't be a nun.
I need to be a singer. And that close-up shot, I was like, where's her eyebrows? Then I went to Google it, and I realised she had no well, when she was younger, she had eyebrows, but she started to get the razor bumps like the men do, you know, when they're...
So she doesn't have eyebrows?
No.
Like, actually, Whoopi Goldberg as a person does not have eyebrows?
Yeah. So her mum, I think when she was younger, her mum started to pluck it out when she started to get those bumps. And then, after that, she just doesn't have eyebrows. So there are
she
some...
draws them on?
Yeah, for some roles, but most of the time she doesn't.
That is so crazy.
It's crazy. And I'm like,
I've never noticed that.
No.
But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, have I ever seen her eyebrows?
No. But that being said, she won a whole Oscar without eyebrows. Some of these girlies are still trying their hardest.
Yeah.
With eyebrows and not making it. So...
No, we don't need to do that.
No, let's not do it. But
that
I'm not going to drag people, but I'm saying, like, your eyebrows are supposed to be, like, one of those, like, it's supposed to help with the expressions. And she doesn't have that. But she's been able to make a career.
But some people's expressions are not there. I'm sorry if that was so nothing.
You want to say that again?
It's like, some people are expressive, but not via the eyebrows. Like, some people are eyebrows people.
Yeah, true.
Like when we were in Amsterdam, our friends were like, you were doing such weird things with your eyebrows. And I was like, was I? They're like, yeah, now that I think about it, you always sort of like react with your eyebrows. I was like, it's so crazy.
You actually do.
I actually don't. My eyebrows are like my least prominent part of my face.
That you think?
No, as in like,
no, it's not like prominent.
I wish they were like thicker, like fuller. Like they're not. Like they sort of fade from like here onwards. But they're my biggest bane. Like I just wish I had thicker eyebrows. But I think I am actually. I agree. I probably am quite expressive with my eyebrows.
Yeah.
But they were like, you were doing the weird. You were doing stuff I've never seen anybody's eyebrows do, and I was like,
I wish I was there to see it.
I'm telling you, you would have just been like,
disbelief.
You guys are being so weird.
Yeah.
Or you would have been like, why are you? Literally, you guys are being so normal.
Yeah.
Like it felt weird to us and it was weird, or it felt weird to us and it actually was perfectly fine.
I mean, the girls
came up to us. To me, if you're truly acting weird, at some point someone will come up to you and be like, you guys need to leave.
No, I don't.
You guys.
We live in a world where people do act weird and no one goes up to them.
That's
and
true.
they just like watch them.
There was a man sleeping across like 3 or 4 tube seats.
Yeah, no one says anything. No one says anything. No, but I think for the context, the girlies went to Amsterdam.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know. Yeah,
experience.
It sounds like it. It definitely is. The girls sounded very excited when they came back. So
I'm just a big fan of like psychedelics in general, though. As in, I like psychedelic rock, and it's very interesting because I'd never done a psychedelic before. To then do a psychedelic and be like, hey man, the music really did match.
Okay,
so you know what? All those people that make these songs,
it makes sense. Okay,
it's really evoking. Now when I listen to those songs, I'm like, yeah, it does evoke the vibes of that experience. Actually, It's weird, very weird. But was there something I was going to say and I can't remember now.
I was going to say one last thing. There was a couple of episodes back where I was trying to describe, based on Love Island, when people go back to their exes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yes.
what does the kids say? What do the kids say? It's spin the block.
Spin the block.
Spin the block.
I thought you were trying to say hollow black.
Oh, the back girl, yeah. And I was like, it doesn't make sense. It's spin the block because Stormzy spun the block, or Maya did. Someone came
Did
out.
you ever leave the block is the question.
Found it, yeah, exactly. You know, he never left. Maya had to come back.
Yeah, spinning the block implies that you left. If you were just sat outside my flat in a parked car, you never really left, did you?
Stormzy was there in his car playing the music, going, Maya, I want you back.
On a boombox, she was like, please, I'm trying to sleep.
She fully got engaged to someone else, broke up, and then met Stormzy again.
Did the person look like Stormzy?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, did not
Very
at all.
Very interesting.
No. But
I really thought I had something to say about it, I can't remember, so let's move on.
let's do it. Let's move on
Why
to...
did we bring up Amsterdam?
Why?
Eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. And why did we talk about eyebrows? Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I watched The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, it's one of my favourite movies.
And
that tells you my taste.
Watching it as an adult, it's like, these fashions aren't it.
No. At that time, yeah.
Because we was really like, wow, this is how fashion girls dress. But like watching it back, I was like, no, it's not. But do you know what?
Yeah.
Let's put the outfits aside because, like you said, of the time, maybe at the moment it ate.
Yeah.
The photo shoot where they're wearing like animal masks, but the masks look like a kid made them. I was like, this is giving like a suggestion of an America's Next Top Model challenge that they went, no, that looks stupid.
Yeah, but that being said, I do think America's Next Top Model photo shoots were actually really good. Apart some of the weird ones, like the coffin one or the race one. But I do think, bar those ones, I do think that someone had to come up with this creative idea.
What was the had the spiders on them?
That was a jewelry one. That was Yaya season with Eva.
I did not like that.
I know. I didn't like it.
The photos look good, but me personally, I'd have been like, send me home.
No, yeah, that one it was a Rosanna never for me personally, but the shoot and what they were sending was rings. It was fire.
Send me to my house.
Yaya looked amazing. I wanted Yaya to win. But
what was the girlie where she goes, I've never yelled at a girl like this?
That was Tiffany.
On the same season.
Different season.
Coffin season.
Yes, I think so. Because I think Naima won. Yeah,
I feel like she was on the coffin season.
She was on the coffin season.
Because I feel like she was like, oh, I don't really want to get in this coffin.
She didn't. Yeah, because no, she wasn't the one with the friend who died. That was the other girl.
Yeah.
But Tiffany, to me, Tiffany wasn't all that. I wasn't rooting for her like Tyra was definitely rooting.
Tiffany, the girl with the big eyes.
Big eyes, black girl with...
No, I think of the other girl.
No.
White girl, big eyes.
Yeah, she was the coffin girl that didn't want to do it, but she did, I think she did Rage, so her hair was like bright red, and look, those photo shoots, I remember them so vividly.
Want to be on top?
That was a great... That show got me on the chokehold for season on season until it stopped.
Based on that show, I was like, yeah, I'm going to work in fashion. Like, this
I
need to be here. I need this to do my job.
And then you went you saw the fashion and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I read Vogue for like 4 years straight and I was like, it's the same thing every season.
Yeah.
Florals in winter, florals in summer, florals in spring. Yeah. It's never not florals.
I used to love glamour. So I did a very small internship at Condé Nast.
You did.
And I mean, it wasn't in the fashion section. It was like the advertised, the classified section. But I was like, this is so cool. I'm like near Vogue. And I was like, but the industry was not as glamorous as it.
Yeah, it wasn't people come up to you and be like, want to be on top?
Can you imagine? I mean, that
show is so important. Yeah. It's so important.
It was part of pop culture.
You had to be there.
Yeah, I loved Nigel Barker.
Like you play that show to like a Gen Z person. They're like, what is this? Like, this is so problematic, which it is.
It is, yeah. But the thing's also models are not like that anymore. Like
the way they would be like, do you know Angelina? And they're like, you're fat. You're a fat girl. You're fat.
Oh my god.
She was like a size 10.
Yeah. I mean,
she was a size 10. They were like, as a plus size fat bitch.
What?
That girl every week was crying because they were just like, oh, the thing is, when you're as fat as you are, you kind of need to like not look. You need to like hide your big chin, your big double chin.
Oh my gosh.
On her season, when I originally watched it, I said, this girl's gorgeous. When I rewatched it in the pandemic, when it was like, we were so bored.
This is when everyone starts to cancel Tyra because like, we're watching this and be like, this.
I was rewatching it, I was like, you guys, if Angela didn't have an eating disorder, which she said that she did, actually. She was like, oh, because I've always been made to feel, like, bigger. Like, I have, like, you know, weird things about eating. Like, I try not to eat that much. If she didn't have that coming into the show, there is no way she wouldn't have had it afterwards. Because you guys was telling this girl who was not that big that she was that bitch. Which is crazy because Tyra had boobs, right?
Yeah.
And Anjali had boobs and hips. And they said, fat bitch.
Yeah.
You are fat. You are fat.
And the crazy, I mean, they'll defend themselves and be like, well, that's how the industry is. We're just toughening you up. So when you go out,
she's so lucky she never got boxed.
No.
She could not do that in the UK because she would have been boxed in the mouth. Are you crazy?
No. It was, that show was mad.
And you're hairy. And you're hairy.
Oh,
they really was like, why did you even put me on the show if you become this disgusting ogre beast?
I mean, because of the drama. They want to show the transformation of you being like, you were an ugly duckling and we've made you into a swan. And now you uncovered, girl.
I remember this. They threaded all the hair on her face.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
She went through it.
Yeah.
And she obviously went.
I don't know if she's still a model.
Anjali. I think she might be because I googled her.
Really?
No, I went on her Instagram after her season. She was beautiful. Yeah. Honestly.
I do remember her. She was stunning.
Very pretty girl.
Stunning.
And honest, great. And also nowadays, like by our standards now, perfect body.
Yeah, same. And that's the irony of the situation is like how models' bodies have changed. Like you have someone like a Kendall Jenner, who she was as skinny as a thimble and allegedly may have done some additional interventions where she's given herself hips.
Okay, go.
And some of them have boobs. So they're giving us the body
Laura Stone.
Yep. They're giving herself the body that would have been seen as fat way back when.
I remember when I was reading Vogue.
Yeah.
This would have been 2006, 7, 8 maybe? No, probably 6 and 7 because we went to uni. No, after that. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10 because we went to uni in I went to uni in 2012.
Yeah.
And Laura Stone was like a model. She had a gap in her teeth, which they were like ugly. She had boobs, not massive, huge, humongous boobs, but like for a model, huge tits. Yeah. And I was like, everyone was like, she's so exotic, and like literally just because she had boobs
and a gap
in her teeth. That is where we were in like
the trenches, man.
Early 2000s.
I'm actually googling her now.
2010. We were like, this is so exotic and wild of her to look like this.
It's just a mess.
She's just so like, and they would make her get her boobs out all the time.
Oh, so not me googling gap too. Laura Stone.
Laura Stone.
Oh, come on, be for real. It's just, I'm not saying that she's not ugly, that she's not beautiful, but it's just like, and
you have to.
I've seen her photos. Yeah,
no,
she looks different. I'm sorry, if her boobs are like not to her face, I just don't think they're that big.
I mean, for a model.
Sorry, they are.
For a model, for a person who otherwise is fitting like a size 0.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I take that back.
For you to have like actual,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're 3-dimensional.
Yeah. I remember seeing her and I was like, damn. So there's no excuses. Apparently, you can't even be like, I'm skinny, that's why my business was like, no, actually, you could have 36 double Ds if you wanted to.
I have to also say they look natural.
They are natural.
Yeah. Because some of these girls, you can tell they're fake.
Because she had them before work and surgery was popular. This is like 2008.
Yeah. So,
this is 2008 when they were like, if you want to be an exotic model, have a gap in it to you. So I just can't imagine a Gen Z watching like American Top Model, even reading magazines from back then and being like, oh.
Because to them, it's just like, this is generic. Like, we have this already and
like,
more.
Why are you guys applauding this? You need help. And we did need help. We did need help.
No.
But you had to be alive in that time.
100%.
Should we get to pop culture news?
I think we should.
It's been 24 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get to pop culture news.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We're on Ayo Edebiri watch on this podcast.
Honestly, this girl's having a moment.
We're going to get her on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting it.
Yeah.
She has just hosted SNL.
Yeah.
Which, as a person who's a comic, I'm saying that as if I'm a comic. Let me rephrase that. As a comic.
Yeah.
Again, it sounds like I'm saying I'm a comic. I'm not a comic. as a comic, being on SNL is a big deal.
100%.
Because a lot of comics, like, a lot of people who are comedians who do stand-up, who don't know if TV is going to be their route, SNL's their route, because it's sketch work, right?
Yeah.
So for her to have started off, you know, in comedy sellers, doing 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then getting on to The Bear, and then finding herself on SNL, like, I can imagine she did get emotional in her monologue, which I'm not here to police people's emotions, but me personally, whenever I thought about hosting SNL, which I will probably at some point, when I'm trying to get to sleep, I imagine myself standing in front of people like, wow.
I can't believe this. Look at me now.
If you would have told me on my UK estate that on it I would be hosting SNL, I'd be like, why is her accent changed? I'm a different girly. But I always think the emotion is for when you finish the show, right? Because we're like, we actually did it. Because if I start to get weepy now, there's a good chance that at any of these sketches, I'm going to start crying.
Yeah.
That's me as a person.
True.
Like, if I'm close to crying, like, if anything is even remotely emotional, I'm going to be like...
That being said, I get it, but...
No, I get it.
She's gone through the whole... She's probably rehearsed the whole set and the whole show. So for her to be like, I'm now walked onto the stage, it's live.
People are here
and they can see me and it's happening.
My parents are probably watching this.
It's like, and my name is in lights. I made it. But I understand a bit of the tears, but I was like, girl,
I get it.
You haven't even started a joke, and you're like, I can't believe. Don't.
That's why. Again,
jump into a joke at least.
Like I said, I don't want to police people's emotions because, like, they come when they come, and I don't know because I've never stood on a stage with SNL. They're like, alive from New York, it's Saturday night. Maybe I would also immediately start crying.
I would cry. I think he was like, live from New York, it's Saturday night, and that's when I'll be crying.
How would you open your monologue? Do you think?
I would be laughing, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd walk downstairs and be like, not this. Not me hosting this now.
I think I'll be walking up going, wow, you guys are not naked.
Boo! Boo!
Or like...
Give us your best line. I'll just pretend to be an audience member.
I think... Okay. I'll be like...
She's rude.
I'll walk from Peckham.
Anyway, next. Who's next?
I'm south side of that river. Tell them waste some time.
We're American. We don't get this. Do American jokes for us. Damn.
I think for me, how would I do it? I'll be like, okay, obviously I'll be like, thank you guys so much for coming to this moment. As I said,
She's crying.
Even if I come late, I still come. Boom, boom, shh.
Woo!
Because I will be late by a couple minutes.
That would be me. Get the line.
Yeah. And I'll be like, then I'll just continue with the come late jokes in different ways.
Ooh. Dirty little saucy little Shoshana doing a little blue humour. I think
and that's my type of humour.
If I didn't come down and say not this, I would have come down and said let me think about it. Come downstairs. Everyone's clapping. Oh my god. This is crazy.
That's what everyone says.
No, but for real, guys, stop. No, guys, stop.
Woo,
stop, guys, stop.
Woo.
Seriously.
Oh my god.
This is incredible.
I'll be honest, I think what would end up happening, I would walk down the stairs and trip over and be like, well, I didn't do this in rehearsal.
I think the closest I'm ever going to get to SNL is if my man is coming down the stairs doing his day and I'm in the crowd. And he's like, I'm going to fit my wife. And I'll be like, do my carnival moves.
I'm trying to think. The closest I probably do is the musical guest. Or
you're coming out as a musical guest. Shoshana.
Actually, I'll be honest.
I didn't know.
What I think the closest I will be is the producer.
Yeah, literally.
I'm still flipping producer. 2, you do boo. And then the camera will pan to me and like, well, it's actually my show.
That's how she's
coming out.
Well,
live from New York City / Peckham. It's Saturday night.
Finally, I'm here. Peasants. You bum bitches.
Oh my god, I couldn't do that.
Whoa, dude, chill out.
Yeah, come on.
No.
I think I'll come down with pounded yam and okra and be like, okay, we are now. Just doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I think I'll just laugh as I do, and people will laugh with me.
Yeah. Aya came down and she said, this is an honour. She got a bit emotional. She talked about how her family's full of like lawyers and doctors, and here she is doing stand-up. And then she shared some of the packet that she sent, or never sent to SNL, but wanted to send to SNL. It was a decent monologue. You know, I think monologues are quite tricky.
I do agree. I was saying I don't think
I
I've
think
ever
they
laughed
get
at
better
one.
the more you are on the show.
Yeah, I agree.
Because obviously your first one is the most like earnest.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I'm so excited to be here.
This is the biggest night of my life.
Yeah.
I'm just a small kid from Missouri. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's kind of, I'm a kid from Boston. Like, everyone comes out and goes, I'm from South London. Like, you're never going to come out there and just be like, first of all, I'm going to eat this up.
I mean, yeah, I feel like those comics have been here like 4 times. By the time you come to your 5th one, be like, hey again.
Literally be doing what I do. It's like, everyone, enough. I'm tired.
I'm here. I'm done. Let's start.
I'm tired. If we can get through this as quickly as possible, that'd be
great.
For me.
Wish
just
you all the best.
Laugh and clap when you need to laugh and clap.
Yeah. God bless.
Don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
Put your hand down. Do you know what? You go home. I like the look of you.
Oh,
let's start
my
the show.
God.
Type of thing. But we watched a couple of her sketches.
We did.
And Shoshana, what was your fave?
It was the hair one, for obvious reasons, because you know I like the hair. It was People's Court. People's Court, and I like the bisexual boy, which is not.
Sorry, I really liked. It's interesting because I really liked the elevator, stuck in the elevator, but I also really liked. What was it called? I don't think it was called Bisexual Boy.
Yeah, it was not called Bisexual Boy. It was called
Drugs on Campus. I think it was called, and it was just
goofy and funny. The minute she started bringing the Bible into us,
when she was doing the belt thing, I was like, I hate. Yeah. But like, this is funny.
It was funny.
It's silly.
The minute she started singing this song, and then the whole thing was like, "You've done this just so you can prove that you can sing." It was like, yeah. I think she did a really great role.
Yeah.
And
I was a bit on the fence, like having her play a boy. I was like, why does she have to be a boy?
I didn't.
But why?
It wasn't like a believable boy, but I think...
I was like, that could have been a girl.
Yeah, it could have been. But I think
if you wanted her to wear those clothes, she could have worn those clothes and still been a girl. Welcome to 2024.
Yeah, I think
Girls wear shirts now.
Wow.
But it was fun. She felt very confident in it. And I felt like... I always judge whether a sketch is good by how close the other actors are to laughing. And that one felt like the one where people were the closest to being like...
Well, that being said, I remember watching the Pedro Pascal one when all of them were breaking, and I was like, "This is not funny." When the chopping of the
echoes, with the
I was like, it was cute, but it wasn't like I'm gonna piss myself laughing. And we were talking about this off air that I think my humor is more on the silly side, or like it's silly, a little bit crude, but has a smart wit to it, and I get a lot more jokes from like the sketches where it's like the music videos. Or the Weekend Update where the hosts are like giving each other embarrassing jokes. That's what I find really funny. Some of the sketches I just don't find generally funny. It always just feels very American, but you know.
I like the sketches. I mean, for all comedy, like if you want me to laugh, like Shoshana's been with me to the theatre, and I'm not the most expressive.
Oh no, I know you are expressive. You tell me when you're annoyed by just huffing.
I'll be breathing loud.
I will just be like, all of a sudden I just hear breath from like the side.
I'm exasperated.
Yeah,
like,
you just
it's boring.
Well, you keep on doing it, and I'm like, okay, we can't leave. We're in the middle of the row.
We're in the middle. But I'm more likely to laugh if I don't see the punchline coming. I think I was talking to someone in the office about this, and like he was saying, oh, when I watch a show and I know what's going to come next, like I feel very clever, but also it kind of ruins the show for you because you're like, I could see all the beats because this is exactly how I would plot the show if I was making the show. Yeah. And so when I watch a show, and specifically when I watch a comedy as well, like I don't want to be able to foresee what the joke is. I want to sit here and I want to be like, oh, I feel like they're going to be like, oh, my wife, and then they do something else and I'm like, ah! And that to me is, that's so, I'm I'm full of joy in that moment. Because I'm like, well, you got me.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, you got me. I thought he was going to go left and then you went straight.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, he's going to go left or right. That's the only place he could go. And then he went underground. I said, damn. Okay.
But when I saw that elevated one, I turned to you and said, do you like The Good Place? And you're like, I loved it. And I was like, okay, it makes so much sense.
The Good Place.
I've never watched The Good Place. It's just not my...
It's very good. I feel like put your this is not my bag to one side. But it's a very good show.
But that being said, I bet you like Community as well.
Love Community.
And I watched majority of Community and I just didn't find it as
I would
funny
say Community is
it's
an acquired taste.
Yeah.
That is different.
Yeah.
I think The Good Place is
it's good.
I
do need to watch it. Yeah.
The Good Place is good. I think it's Good Place is good. I also like. It's difficult. I love Community.
Oh really? I just never
like
connected.
Community. Parks and Recreation have special places in my heart because I watched them when I was at uni.
Yeah.
And so and Girls, like those three shows to me are like, and Mad Men and like weirdly not Breaking Bad. Even though I watched that at uni, I was like Breaking Bad's too intense. It's intense. I
enjoy it. I watched Breaking Bad when I was out of uni, much later once the hype had gone. And then I was like, wow, I missed it. It was one of the best shows ever. I absolutely understand why people think it's a great show. It is a great show. Yeah.
Like, it zigs and zags in ways that you won't see it zigging and zagging.
Which is what I love about it.
But when I think about, like, I've had a hard day, when I come home and sit down, I'm going to put The Office on. Yeah. I'm never going to be like, let's put the band on. No, I don't want to watch that.
I do think I'm in the vibe where I am struggling to really connect with dramas. And we're going to talk about stuff that we decided to see this year. But I'm finding it really hard to connect with dramas because you're right. Like, once I finish work or at the weekend, I don't want to watch a hard-hitting drama. I tried to watch Griselda and I struggled. I haven't even finished. I'm like, there's only 5 episodes. I'm only at episode 3 and I'm struggling.
There's 5 episodes.
Or 6 episodes.
We can talk about it next week. I'll try and finish it.
I actually need to finish it. But that being said, there's like, I love Narcos. And I remember...
I love Narcos.
But, you know, Pedro Pascal.
Boyd Holbrook, who, by the way, started off as a model.
Yeah. Where is he now? Because where's Pedro is Pedro in?
Listen, Boyd, I won't have a bad word said about
nothing about Boyd because Boyd was
to make the transition from model to actor.
Yeah, and he was good. I wouldn't have
rarity.
I wouldn't have
rarity.
He was Australian, wasn't he? I would not have known.
He's not Australian.
He's not
American. Stop.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Australian.
Stop.
Okay, one, I didn't know he was a model, so he's played it very well.
Yeah,
but
he was also he was coming up. He was in my when I was. I was paying attention to fashion. Lara Boyd.
Ooh.
I'm not a fan of. I'm not like into blondes, but I was like, he's a handsome man for sure.
No, he was.
He's gorgeous.
He's a good-looking guy, but
he's not aged well. I would say that.
But between, I'm going to Google it now.
Don't do it.
But between because he wasn't my.
It's going to make you upset.
But between him and Pedro was the one I was like.
I'm just saying, you're going to look at that and be like, oh. Yeah.
I mean, I googled him. Yeah, it's not aging as well as Pedro. Let's just say.
I was just I don't know. Maybe the Skarsgård. I'm trying to think of blonde people that age well anyway. Because there's something very useful about being blonde in the first place.
Really?
As in, like, you know, like a lot of white people start off with like blonde hair and then it gets darker as they go. So there's something just associated with youth about being blonde in the first place. And like, look at Leonardo DiCaprio. I just think it's not one of those things that like you can keep forever and it's harmless. Anyway, that being said, he's in my canon along with Lara Stone and like Agnes Dane.
Oh yeah, that vibe.
People don't think about anymore, but she was a massive. Agnes Dane was the Cara Delevingne of her time.
Yeah, she was big.
And Gigi Hadid is the Cara Delevingne of the current time of that time. But I don't think she's that girl.
No, she's not that girl anymore. Who's this girl? The girl. I don't know who the girl is now.
Show who I kind of love. What is her name? Alex.
Oh, the one from she was in the Met Gala and she wore a beautiful dress.
Did she?
And she's black. She's black, but
no,
her
she's
skin.
white.
Okay,
I'm telling. I'm talking about specifically the white girlies. Black girlies. Can live forever. You can live forever. Yeah. You've seen Grace Jones recently. Stunning. No. You've seen Naomi Campbell recently. Still stunning.
Yeah, she still does.
I mean, she looks old, but like, she looks better than
she
Kate
does.
Moss. Yeah. Come on. And they're contemporaries.
Allegedly probably done some work, but you know.
That doesn't matter. You still look good.
Yeah.
Your work.
Both of them probably.
It's a skill to do your work and have your work look good.
It is true. You're going to the right people to do it.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. I do agree. Who's
Alex? I think her name was Alex Cassini or Cassani. Anyway, she's walking a lot.
Okay.
And she does TikToks and she's goofy and I'm kind of like I like love for her.
It's interesting. The models don't have the same vibe as they did from way back when, but it's in cycles. But we're gonna get another era of supermodels, but how they would look will be interesting.
I feel like the problem is inherently that there's too many of them. Like when I say that Agnes Dane and Boyd Holbrook and Lara Stone were big, and Natalia Vodyanova, you'd never recognise if I showed you a picture. They were massive, but they were like the only people, right? And now we live in a time where it's like you could be the biggest model in the Philippines, and I would know who you are because of TikTok. Yeah. And so there was like just an influx of tons of people, and it's really hard to be the it girl. Yeah. Because the other thing is like Agnes Stone was the it girl for the UK. I don't think she was the it girl in the US. I don't think she travelled. No. Lara Stone was maybe the it girl for Sweden. I don't know if she was the it girl in the US. I just know that I saw her in magazines in the UK. Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. A girl who played, fun fact, I don't know how we even got into this, but the girl who played Jax's girlfriend in Top Boy. You don't watch Top Boy.
I don't, but
her name is Adjoa Ando. She started off as a model.
Did she?
Yup. And I had a magazine where her and her sister, it was called Love Magazine. I think it was like, is she too? This is how into fashion I was. Her and her sister did a spread, and I kept that for ages because I was just like, this is sickening. Like, it's them in like Victorian like ruffs, and I was like, this is groundbreaking. Black people in Victorian clothes.
And then we had a whole show called Bridgerton.
Literally. But I remember being like, she's star, her sister's star, and like, what a beautiful family. And then like seeing her in Top Boy and being like, she's a model. Yeah. She's still pretty. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe we've lost from what I've seen, again, I'm not on it as much as I was before, but like the like unique beauties that we had of that time, I just don't think we have as much anymore.
No, and I think it's hard with social media that there are still unique beauties, but are they as big? Was it
like Jordan Dunn? Like who's the new Jordan Dunn?
No, I don't know. But I don't know if like being a
who's the new Alex Werk?
That was the person I was thinking of, but I don't know if supermodels are as super as they were before.
No, I don't think you can be a supermodel. I think that was a period of time.
You can be an influencer.
I think you can be the girl of your season. Yeah. But I don't know the longevity of that. I think it's gone. I think,
and that's why you become an influencer. That's why you become an actor. That's why you go into other things.
With the fading of print media, I think the idea of being an it girl has just disappeared.
And most people are coming models down the street. Literally, I was in central London yesterday, and I saw a girl who looked, I'm telling you, she looked like Lupita Nyong'o. I was that sure. I was doing a double take. Stunning girl her friend was taking photos of her in St. Christopher Place, which is in Bond Street, and I was sure they were doing like modelling headshots. I was like, anyone can be a model.
Anyone could be a model.
Not like she wasn't beautiful enough to be a unique beauty, but I mean, just like anyone can pick up a camera and be like, I'm going to be a model today.
Yeah, I'm gonna rephrase that actually, because the girlies still gatekeep. Like the agencies still gatekeep.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I think that like, I don't know, like when I was growing up, Jordan Dunn was the it girl for the black girls, and she's a light skinned, very Eurocentric features black woman. Yeah. I think nowadays that is not the case. I think maybe you could be like a black girl with very African features and still make it. But I also think of like what's her name? I can't remember. But like Alex Werk, even like dark skin, but like tiny nose, tiny lips, like huge eyes, beautiful woman, but very in a very Grace Jonesy type way. And like we celebrate, and we still do. I think that's the thing that hasn't changed. Like when a black woman has features that aren't necessarily Afrocentric, but like, oh my god, she's stunned. Like all the Sudanese girlies who are popular now, we're like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. It's like, and she's not beautiful. They absolutely are. But like, you have to acknowledge the fact that you think this woman is beautiful because she has similar features to the white girls.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty.
100%, 100%, and that's still something that needs to change. And
It is.
also, it's for the girlies that do make it or do get popularity with the God-given features they were born with, and then they go and change their features. That's when there's a problem. I don't want to bring up a girly. Like, that's at the top of my mind.
Name names.
Not today.
Name names. We'll beep it out.
Allegedly with Kelly Cole.
Oh, and I support that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Beep that out.
Beep,
it is problematic.
It's so problematic. I'm sorry.
It is problematic.
Look at the befores and look at the afters. I'm second person.
It's not. Oh.
Yeah.
And this is hot goss.
Go on.
I feel like she looks the same.
Nose job. 100%.
It's
hard because it's taken a long. I've been studying.
Shoshana is out here reading the blogs.
As you know, I do like a good plastic surgery analysis video. I do. That. But you can see the before and after.
I think one of the girlies you mentioned meant a lot to me.
I know.
Because it was like you there, Marnie. This could be you, man. Yeah. And then her journey since, I've been like, oh. To be fair, I think it's a difference between being a person behind the camera and a person in front of the camera.
Agreed.
Like, I'm not hearing from casting directors or my agents like, if only your nose was smaller, if only your lips were smaller. Like, if I was hearing that every day, maybe I would feel differently about the idea of getting work done. Yeah. But like, me personally, I don't know, I'm really feeling myself at the moment, as I said on the podcast
I think we should.
Like, I'm so hot.
Yeah.
And do you know what? The reason why I think that, because every time I've ever looked at pictures of me from the past, I was like, that was like the time where I was like the most depressed, and I look good as hell. Like, why was I feeling bad? I was there being like, no one will ever love me.
Like,
you look sickening, bitch. Are you kidding me? My makeup was on fleek. That was only what time.
I looked great on the outside, suffering
rotting on the inside, and now I actually feel like I'm good on the inside, good on the outside. And
so
I'm like, you know what? I'm a pretty chill dude, actually.
Yeah.
And I live for me.
Yeah.
And I wish I felt that as a younger age, because I look back at those times and I'm like, I currently live for me back then. But then I was just like, put me in the ground.
Oh, not that kind of floor.
Put me in the ground. No, and I think that has a lot to do with like the spaces that you're in and blah blah. But like, you know, then you see people who look like you, like flourishing, and you're like, oh, maybe it's actually fine to look for me. And then you see those people getting all this work done, you're like, oh.
When you have to do that double take, like, who the hell is this person? It's not a good thing. Everything will be bleeped out.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Or even cut. I just cut it out. But
every time we do this, I
never do cut it out.
No, I do cut it out most of the time.
Okay, work.
But I will bleep.
Bleep. We need to think of a really fun bleep sound that's unique to the pod.
We'll see.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass. Put that in there.
Oh my god.
But we have strayed so far from, basically, we want to say well done to Ayo.
Yeah, no, we
liked your sketches.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the rest.
Yeah.
Please bear with us because we're in the UK and we don't get to watch the show as a whole. We're just having to pick them up on YouTube.
We're literally watching bits and pieces.
We literally have jobs. Give us a break.
Yeah, but I'm really proud of her and what she's accomplished and what she continues to accomplish. I keep on having that thought in the back of my mind, which is the base that me and you've had actually on the pod about her versatility as an actress. If she can only just continue to play the same role. But
I think that's SNL was good because she got to show versatility in that, like, that's what comedy is like.
Yeah.
Like, you play all these different characters. I feel like drama, a lot of people get pigeonholed. It's not just her.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get pigeonholed. I guess the Bear's actually a comedy, so we can't call it the drama.
And so I'm excited to see what she would do post The Bear. I'm not anticipating The Bear ending anytime soon. But I just would love to see what she's going to do in these periods.
They've started filming season 3.
They have, yeah. So what she's going to do after or in this between the hiatus, because like Jeremy Allen White is starting to do things because he definitely wants to make sure that he's not going to be pigeonholed into The Bear.
He should have been Wonka, but we move.
No, I mean he'd probably
He looks the most like G Wilder.
He so does. He actually so does.
But we move.
We move. Yeah. Can he sing?
Maybe.
I mean
he can dance.
He looks great in underwear.
This is a child-friendly podcast. Have some respect.
I cannot believe that Calvin Klein ad. I was just like, what the hell? Do you think that Jeremy Allen White could have played the guy from Saltburn?
Which one?
The Barry Conan character. If he was British. Jacob was naughty.
Hey, I'm British. Like,
You are.
yeah, boy. Yeah, 100%.
I think he could have,
Yeah.
I think he would be able to do, and probably maybe not a better job, but...
Oh, don't do that.
No, I think he would do a good job.
Don't do that.
I think he would do a good job, full stop.
Because I'll back an Irishman before I back an American. Don't do that.
Wow.
Got to support our locals.
I didn't even know that, yeah.
I would back an Irishman before I back an
I was
American.
intrigued by, but I think the people that are like the ones to watch, the ones that are really interesting are the Ayos, the Barry Keoghan's.
I think it's Keoghan.
Keoghan, oh god.
That's what other people are saying.
Barry K.
We need to do some. I will say this on the pod. We probably are saying people's names wrong, and we actually need to do some research.
We need
and
to.
You guys need to call us out.
Please do. And I know people were like, Florence Pugh is like, there was a time when Florence Pugh was the person that everyone was looking at. She's not for me personally.
I love Florence Pugh. I think she's brilliant. I think she was great in Midsommar, so I'll back her 100%. And I think she's great in Lady Macbeth as well. I think that she's had her rising star moment.
Yeah.
And now she's just like, it's Florence Pugh. So
yeah.
I think it's time for other people to have their rising star moment. The door be open.
Yeah. We're going to close the door now on Ayo, and we're going to move on to...
Love Island.
Very quickly. Very, very quickly. You've watched some clips.
I've seen some clips.
I'm telling you, the drama is heating up.
So these are clips. I'll let you know the clips I saw. You can fill in the gaps.
Okay, go on.
So it's recoupling.
Yes.
Toby gets up and he's like, I want to pick a girl who's backed me 100%, blah, blah, blah. Toby doing her chat. This is the same chat that he did that time when he chose Chloe, and everyone was like, but he's been talking to that girl, the Taylor's for the whole time. And then he picks Georgia.
Yeah.
Arabella's standing there. Everyone's like... But what I didn't realise at the time is because Georgia and Callum had been speaking.
Yeah.
I thought it was just because Arabella and Toby had been speaking. That's why everyone was like, oh my God, this is so cruel to Arabella. But I guess it was like cruel to Arabella and Callum.
As well.
Arabella, I don't care what you say. Bring this girl back on 15,000 different seasons. She... upset my girl Yewandi, and I would never forgive that girl.
And the thing is that
and she was loving it as well. That's the other thing. She wasn't like apologetic.
No, she was
like,
loving it.
I can't help it if I'm hot. First of all, you're not that hot.
Yeah, I have to be
public. This is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion.
I don't think she's aged well. I think she's giving me the Leonardo.
Yeah, she's also not aging well.
She's not.
I saw her and said, "Oh, I feel like you were hotter on your season, but it is what it is." We don't want to comment on the way.
No.
We don't want to do that, but. You had a rotten attitude on your season, and I feel like this is just desserts.
Yeah, there was a TikTok that showed Arabella crying after Toby basically dumped her for Georgia, and then they smash cut to being like, "What goes around comes around." They smash cut to you one day when she was crying,
and you were like, smiling,
and you look, you got your own.
And you still went home.
Yeah. So to fill in the gaps, basically, yes, Georgia and Callum have been in a relationship. They're not like locked down and exclusive, but they've been talking for a very long time. They've wanted to hide away together. So people were thinking they were quite tight. And also, like Molly, who was Callum's ex, almost like paved or made space for them to have that relationship, even though...
It's like she still has feelings for him.
People still imply that, and I think she kind of probably does.
Yeah.
Yes. They were together for 3.5 years, as you will hear quite a lot in the show.
Yes.
And then Toby, he was initially with Georgia. Georgia had said, one of the two had said, well, I'm not ready to be locked down. I want to explore other people. And that's why they went their separate ways. During that period of time, I stopped watching Love Island because I was busy. I think I was traveling at the time. So I missed that. You can't be making up these kind of excuses and rumours. But... Redacted that. So that happened. And then Toby was with Arabella. But they were, again, similar to Georgia and Callum, in a real tight relationship. To the point where Arabella and Toby were doing bits. That being said, Arabella is significantly older than Toby. Because she's like 35 and he definitely...
35?
Oh, let me 30 something. Let me check her age.
Allow it.
Because she was like 30 something in her season.
No, she wasn't.
Sorry, let me correct myself.
No, she wasn't. Allow it. You will be disrespectful now. Just because she's not your type doesn't mean that she's 35.
Arabella Love Island. I know that she's older.
Than Toby for sure. Because Toby was literally like 20 when he came onto his season.
Age. Sorry, she's 32.
Exactly, she's saying she's you, bitch. Who said that?
I'm actually going to get you. You absolutely...
But did I lie?
Absolutely hate you.
This is going to become my catchphrase for the show.
Did I lie? No, she's not 35. She's 32. And as a fellow 32-year-old, shut up.
Ooh.
Because you're coming soon, okay? You're coming to this era soon.
Who are you speaking to?
You,
I know you're not talking to me. I know you're not talking to me, so we shut.
Respect your elders.
Oh. Sorry, Granny.
Oh my gosh.
Don't start with me.
Okay. I will finish it.
Don't start with me.
The thing is, because I'm so much older and mature.
Those grey hairs are really popping for you.
Don't
start with me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. As an elders, I learned not to fight.
As an elder.
As an elder and
as an elderly.
I'm
as an
elderly. I'm an elder in age, in maturity.
Woman.
I've learned that you don't need to argue with the youngins.
I'm in Shoshana's house and there's 8 walkers in here. Why do you think there's so many walkers, bitch?
So you can carry yourself out of my house, fam.
I can drive, honey.
Okay. Okay, we're not going to continue because if I want to go back and forth, I don't have the energy to.
No, of course you don't.
I'm old, yeah.
Past your bedtime.
Yeah, it is. You just get out.
Give her a muesli, like go to sleep. God.
Oh gosh. Going back to Arabella, my fellow 32-year-old. They were doing bits.
She's too grown to be on this show.
She's 100%.
They should actually do a cut-off at 30. Why are you 30 on this show?
Yeah, because there's a lot.
When you're casting 21-year-olds, it doesn't make sense to have 32-year-olds. That's weird.
Chris as well, I think, is older. And I think he's one of the oldest as well.
Get them off the show.
Yeah, they should.
Get them off the show.
So anyway,
he was old on his season.
He was old. So she
was like 27 on his season, which again, not that old, but old for Love Island.
Basically, Love Island is 18 to 25. I'm so sorry.
It is what it is.
But anyway, she was there crying about the Callum thing, about the Toby thing. Because Toby, again, he surprised everyone. But that being said, early in the day, before the recoupling, Georgia and Toby were on one of the daybeds. And Toby was like, they basically had a heart-to-heart and a chat going like, did we break up too soon? At that time when they were like, oh, I want to explore other opportunities. Did we break up too soon? And then Georgia said to him like, oh, I always have a place in my heart for you, Toby. You know, I always cared for you in a sense. And again, in a separate conversation, Toby had told the guys that he still cared for Georgia. So basically, if you look at the behind the scenes,
he was always going to.
He did Arabella. So that's the filler.
Film movie night.
Yep.
People clips. They even show us the clips. I just showed off people react to the clip. Even though I was with him for 3 years, whatever. I don't remember that girl.
I don't remember.
They've been together for 3 years, and I think she's the girl that remember her.
Georgia
when they remember Callum,
yeah.
I don't remember this girlie from Adam. The girl that he coupled up with, I was like, okay, cool. So then, these are what the reactions was. I don't know what the clip was, but they were like, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, just admit you weren't serious. This is what it looked like to me.
Is that supposed to be Georgia?
Callum's like, the poop's like, oh my god, he thinks he ate. Tom is there, smiling and laughing. And then after, whoever's with her, I can't remember who it is, like, and I was like, oh, okay.
Alright, so the PDA Awards.
Yeah, they said they were really proud.
And then the clip that may have been was what I mentioned right in the last part. That
the doors not closed.
The doors not closed. I always had with Toby after the recoupling. So after, well, you know, me and Callum for a few days, basically Joyce by choosing me in this new recoupling.
Yeah, I'm open.
But I think it wasn't just those clips that were shown at PDA Awards, which also included Georgia. Yeah. So she had.
I think Molly was talking.
Georgia's made the show. But what ended up happening when Tom came?
She's just there for good TV. No.
But when she came in, when Tom was interested in him in some way, and then Tom got the ick with her. Like, I don't want that she saw this attraction with you, or do you think that Ruth Terrace upstairs? I'm into like getting to know Georgia, and as Georgia saying like keep him treating me, and Tom was
slam poetry there for you guys.
Thank you guys. He said, now people are starting to be revealed that, Georgia's been about it. People were seeing them having like, Georgia always played it off. I was like, it's nothing. I care about you, Callum. I think there was growing tension all the way through. So by the time that clip was sneakiest, everyone was pissing him. Yeah. Molly was pissed off because not only, but also they had a disagreement about Callum. I can't remember. And then also the relationship and everyone else got hurt. Arabella was chatting. That whole thing happening was the issue to just take accountability and apologise. Like, you made a mistake. Exactly. Like, no, it's not me. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just being honest. I'm loyal.
I don't think I watched Georgia's season.
No, she's so
very pretty, but like...
Enough to do.
Yeah, and also somebody, another reality TV show, and I was like, right, I think she's about the process of this.
Exactly.
Show of falling in love. with Love Island, casting half people who want to fall in love and half people who want to be famous. This season, I haven't thought about Karen ever.
No.
I thought back on the season's gonna make me be like, yeah, Karen Arabella. It's just
Georgia was reaching, going like, I was loyal and my emotions at the time, and then she was like, well, Callum, you did exactly how that happened.
Yeah.
So that was just Georgia not taking accountability.
Yeah. Episode of Love Island.
It was good.
Blah blah. Oh my god, I wish I'd watched the season from the beginning. Like, what's she doing? Because I see her like being around like, best friend.
Pretty much. One
but
case.
How is she still right?
Yeah. Okay. And then he coupled with her, and then beds, and basically they both agreed. And then as soon as they had that conversation, and then completely agree, like we're just friends. Next thing, Casey's like, stop using my girl just for
like, oh yeah, we could just be in a friend couple. We're not going to be in a friend couple.
I'm hoping. I thought about this yesterday. They paid Kaz well because maybe I'm telling you, and I bet that they begged, and Kaz is the only one that said yes. The other black girl said is a resounding never. So I'm hoping and praying that they paid her well because
she thought she was coming with
that. Also, like the embarrassment that you've week after we fancy Molly. Do you know who I fancy?
Maybe she's
Georgia.
not embarrassed because she's like whatever 250.
Oh my god.
Whatever they're paying for cheeky, they let people know that I'm here. I'm not thinking
about how black female contestants are reflected in reality.
That's now, but like the show Greed on Net first episode because there was an incident that occurred. And it felt like, and this is why I'm going to do something a little bit dirty. You're seeing issues where there are back you, but I actually think you're wrong in this situation. The traitors.
Yeah.
And how it's like, if this had been a need to go.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's like, there's only 3 of them, they were saying like, I had the same thing. I was like,
okay,
get rid of him.
Yeah.
But because I know that he's only person to why I want to get rid of him. So I would say watch just that first episode. Because honestly, based on the show, I can't watch it because it's like weaponizing.
Okay.
I don't know. It just made me really uncomfortable. They feel because maybe because 100% she you're not using the quote unquote black card, and that you've been quite manipulative on this show as well. But
yeah,
I think it would be interesting to watch that, whether the like flip side to the way that black shows.
Yeah.
Again, that show's not a dating show, so
it's a social experiment. Yeah.
Netflix's version of the traitors, basically. Yeah. And actually, the black people made it very far.
Oh, the black people made it alone.
Let's speak on that. The mole is collusive.
It was.
It was the most inclusive.
That was
voted out only because
that was him.
Joy. Messy boots all the way to the end. I don't know if I can watch that season again.
I never saw someone who back one.
That girly. The white guy with the blonde hair match, and I was like, oh god.
Oh god.
Honestly, it's on my type, but
and then you saw him in perfect match, you're like, yeah,
I was right.
It's not my type.
Anyway,
so that this pop culture part, we're just talking about the
Apprentice.
And I'll be honest, I missed the whole of
the last 2 episodes.
I didn't watch.
I decided.
I still want to see who's gonna win. I mean, that's where they're from.
I don't care.
There was a period of time. Now I used to be obsessed with The Apprentice. It was Korea and like. The show was ridiculous work, but I couldn't be as bad as these people. Put crumble on fish cakes. So
you're not acknowledging that they actually set you up. I must be setting people up.
No, but no
because
one.
I can't believe there are people audition process and then get here and then start acting stupid.
I know, but I do think also the pressure gets to you. So you make.
They're like, how am I telling you? And then immediately you're like, so how much are the drinks? Ask me, and you decided you were still going to do what you were going to do. Yeah. Ask me, why did you get drinks? And I'll say, I actually told them to listen to you, so you're going home.
Yeah.
Home is crazy.
Yeah.
Do not get in that bottom 3.
And make sure you're entertaining, because people will stay.
Because that dude went...
I mean...
he didn't do anything
He didn't
wrong.
do anything, no. Like, fire from The Apprentice. I always want low sugar. Wait, what does he always say? But he always says it in a way of like, I want him to be, I know I've made an impact. Because when he said that guy was a good guy, I've done nothing, but he impacted Lord Sugar in a way.
I want to know that he's like, on the one hand, can't get past how you manage the situation.
Yeah.
But on the other, I feel like you enabled her to lose £2. Please keep.
Oh my god. And I was like, I'm going to give this one a go. Even though I'll say it again, we complained about iPlayer, your biggest show ever. Why can't I discover it? It should be the first show I see on your homepage. Even when I was trying to find Apprentice, I was digging. Why am I trying to find your bigger shows?
That app is not...
It's not fit for purpose.
It's not fit for purpose. That is exactly what it's not.
Yeah.
The reason why people see iPlayer is not competing with Netflix is because it's not built to.
No.
It just... Dump all your shows on here, and then if someone is specifically looking for that show, they can find it. Otherwise...
No. Abyss.
We're not advertising anything to anyone.
No. I literally saw one of the execs saying that, they want... iPlayer to be regarded as a streamer. I was like, how? How?
It's catch-up TV, which
Fam,
is what it was when
yeah.
it first got
That's what
created, and it
iPlayer
has
was.
not changed
No.
since then. It's catch-up TV. You miss EastEnders and you want to watch EastEnders, watch it on iPlayer.
Yeah. You have to do some serious...
You miss an episode, watch it on iPlayer.
Yeah.
That is why you're on there. You're not on there ever being like, well, what's new on iPlayer?
Yeah.
No.
Even Channel 4 wants to position themselves as a streamer. And like, again, the infrastructure isn't there to be able to compete with these streamers.
I would actually say Channel 4 is different, is a slightly above the BBC iPlayer in that I don't watch Channel 4 terrestrially anymore.
Yeah.
So the only time I ever watch Channel 4 is on 4OD.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm never sitting down and being like, let's put on Channel 4.
Yeah.
BBC iPlayer, because Traitors was coming out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you were actually tuning in to watch it.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely no reason for me to be on BBC iPlayer. When I come on here, make it easy for me to find my shit.
That's true. Even now, I'm trying to find a cast.
I watch Drag Race on there.
Yeah.
That's the only, and that's because all the Drag Race episodes basically go straight to iPlayer.
Okay, so
That's why I watch iPlayer. I watch EastEnders live, or I don't watch it. Like, I don't do catch up anymore. I'm not interested in it that much. And there's nothing else that you make that I'm desperate to
watch.
Apart from something else in my list, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But
what were your highlights from this episode?
Okay. Firstly, I really appreciated seeing two black girlies in the contestants. I don't mean...
When they introduced Walla and I said there was a second one, I said,
huh?
Who is she?
Who is this two black girls?
Who is she?
Again, as a fan of Apprentice, bar the one the last season, we only used to get one.
The girl who made the tights.
The girl, she's the big, yeah. So we only get one per season. Mm-hmm. So I was very excited to see the two. I mean,
one of them flopped.
One of them really flopped as a project manager. When she said that, I can't swim. I said, go!
Yeah, I said, okay, girl. And then you were stupid. She was like, I want us to do the land thing. So I'm like, let's do the swimming thing. Why didn't you say that? I can't swim, so we're doing the land thing.
Yeah, she could have done that. Or she could have been like, I can't swim, but this team will go to the land.
I would have said, we're not doing the swimming thing because I can't swim and I'm team captain.
I think it's hard because I do think one of the hardest team
they didn't win
captains
because of the swimming thing.
No.
That's not why.
No.
They didn't win specifically because they did swimming. They won because the team was enthusiastic about doing it.
Yeah, and also you won because the boys were so epically bad. Because really, the boys...
their sub-team, their project manager, what do you call the leader?
So,
the person who's...
Project
manager,
yeah.
should go home.
Yeah, she should have.
His business is events, and the events flopped.
He lost Low Sugar money. It's
home.
very rare that you lose Low Sugar money. And it's also very rare what Low Sugar says, if one of you guys win, I'm taking that money from your prize fund. That is bad.
Ooh.
That is bad. That was one thing. That was one of the highlights. I was very excited to see that in the cast. Also, there's a black guy that he used to be in this song.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm bringing powers and I'm pouring away. That's what he made. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like "Let Your Body Move." That's not the song.
Is it Let Your Body Move?
No, it's not. I think it's
Flowers.
I think it's yours. What you said.
Lovely garage music.
Yeah. Well, he let us know in the show. He was like, when the
I used to travel all over the world.
Yeah. I said, fam. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna put.
Because I need you, oh baby, and I will never let you go. I mean flowers. Imagine if it's all that song now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh wait, sorry. Oh, Architects. Yeah.
Are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
I think that's as much as we can go.
Yeah, and that's all you need to know.
But that's what you need to know. We sang a good chunk of the song anyway. So he was also there. That was a highlight to see. And also, can I just highlight the burgundy suit?
Oh no, he looks good.
He looked
for a man who was doing up music in 1999. He looks good.
The money, he became a
20 plus years has passed.
He's a music and wellness entrepreneur, so I think he's fine.
He was 19 when this song dropped, which I doubt.
Yeah, how old would he be?
Which I doubt.
Yeah, well, anyway, that was.
I was like 8.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a highlight. Yeah, and then I have to be honest. The ultimate highlight was the golf.
Sorry, the guy who said he's a doctor. First of all, when they said he's a doctor, he said, "I've got the looks. I said, looks. Look.
Oh my god, I forgot that part.
Are the looks in the room with us now? When he said looks, I said, you are goofy.
The Lulu is high.
They're like, what's your business? He's like, vitamins. I was like, okay.
Yeah, true.
No, but let's go back to the looks thing, because you guys passed over that real quick. Looks.
No, but also one of the black girlies was like, Low Sugar don't need me. I don't need Low Sugar. Low Sugar needs me.
Yeah, but to be fair, our business was already turned. Was it that girl whose business was already turned over the mill? Because there was a guy that said, "Oh, my business is turned over a mill."
Yeah. Like, why are you here? I was like, because I need you. I'm like, you don't. But no, when she said that, I was like, go home then. 4
guys who do pies, which, okay.
Oh, come on.
I cannot even count. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate a pie outside.
In Northern England, no offence, it may be booming.
Outside of my house, and I went to buy pie. No.
Greg's?
A pie. A steak bacon's not pie. Trust me. I'm thinking short crust.
I think at pubs you'll find out that.
And I don't be eating in a pub, first of all, let alone ordering a pie in a pub. Are you sick?
So yeah, my highlight of that whole episode was the golf clap from, I think his name was Asif, the project manager for the boys team.
He wasn't even a project manager.
He was terrible.
He wasn't a project manager.
Was he not?
No,
he wasn't. No, it was just a random dude.
He was just like, as they were calculating the totals, he heard, we only got 52% refunds, and he went, and everyone looked at him. And he was like, what? And he was like, what you did? He was like, 600. We got £600.
We got £300 profit. I'm not gonna lie, I made that quick calculation and got corrected with the boys as well. So when that guy turned around and said, "Oh well, can we just wait until they finish doing all the SMS?"
That's not. That's not.
And then the guy revealed that they actually lost a couple of grand.
No, because the expenses that they had totaled up until this point, he thought they was taken out of 2K. Yeah. And then when they said you got 52% of the 2K, he went, "Oh, wicked, so we got half the expenses." You now have to take all your expenses out of that 1.5 that you made. Or less than 1.5 because it was
2000, yeah.
It was 2.4, so 120.
Yeah. So it was a mess. For context, this week's challenge was the groups had to set up and create
I'm gonna be honest,
an offsite.
I hate these challenges. Yeah, they're not really about anything.
No, they're not. They had to create an offsite
why
experience.
Are you cooking?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what has that got to do with everyone running business?
Yeah, because they know that messes people up. So they had to create an offsite experience for 2 companies in Scotland. And that was the whole challenge. And each team flopped.
The girls couldn't cook a meal apparently, and the boys decided that there's no need to time what they're doing. They'll just turn up when they want to turn up to the lunch, at which point the lunch is freezing.
Yeah.
They put it back in the oven, but it's still freezing.
Yeah.
Also at this point, the people that they put the event on for need to leave. So they're like, we've got 5 minutes to eat our dinner essentially. And then they're like, no, you need to come and watch this Kaylee, which was the most sad Kaylee I've ever seen. And they watched this Kaylee and they're like, do you want to get involved? They're like, no, we need to leave.
That was also another funny part for me.
I was like, that's when I was like, you guys are going to lose this money.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah.
Because at least with the girls, like, somehow they cooked a fish cake with crumble and a crumble with breadcrumbs and still managed to keep 60% of the...
I think the jump thing saved them.
The Highland Games stuff.
The Highland Games and the water thing. Because I'll be honest, even though the black girlie was like, I can't swim, it actually looked very enjoyable. That being said, what made me laugh is like, I can't swim. That water was not even deep. The jumping was deep. The jumping was scary. But when they were walking there, she's like, "Oh, guys, I have to stop now." I'm like it's rocks.
This too much.
Like the waters will get to your ankle. You're like, "Nah, I can't do it."
What I think is crazy as well is because that, to me, if I was making a show, health and safety wise, I wouldn't put a person who couldn't swim even.
Yeah.
So the fact that she has to tell them like she can't swim, it's like, why has health and safety allowed you to wade into this pool anyway? Yeah. You've known full well that you can't swim because you would have had to put that on your form.
Well, that's what they had that guy there who was right next to her the whole time. So how she had drowned, he would be able to pick her up.
It was just they were all stupid. But I really do think the project manager should have gone home for the boys because 100%. He said that's what he's doing. And honestly, the reason why they were late is because he spent 20 minutes teaching them a bangle dance.
Yeah,
I get it. That's what you do, but time is ticking, and you was on the boys to be like, make sure lunch is ready by 2. Make sure lunch is ready by 2. They've made lunch ready by 2. And you guys are.
I think
and it would have been a good meal as well.
Yeah, that meal looked good. That meal looked really good. I'll be honest. I think he'll stay for a good time, but not a long time. He'll be there for entertainment. I do think you need to keep. It's sometimes when I put my reality TV hat on, you have to keep some of the entertainment people because you can't keep on kicking out the people that actually are competent, because it's going to make a boring show. Because again, I was watching the podcast, I hate to say this, Diary of a CEO one day I would love to have him on the pod.
I've seen him on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, I think he'd be interesting. I think he was trying to decode us.
But
But
I don't need to decode us because this is about TV, it's not about us.
then we can decode him.
Yeah.
As long as he's on TV.
What do you like?
Yeah. So one thing, he was interviewing Paul Bronson, who is the one of the advisors on
The black guy
from Married at First Sight. And he said, you know, when he does Celebrity Go Dating.
Sorry, is he the guy on Apprentice?
No, he's not on Apprentice. He's not on Apprentice. No.
We're the guy who's on Apprentice.
No,
no. Like, who's a
no, not him. No, there's an American black guy who's
I
on
didn't
Married at First Sight,
yes.
And he said that, you know, one of the first dating shows he worked on was Married at First Sight UK Series 1. So Series 1, I watched it. He was like, not a lot of people watched it, but actually
They were trying to do the experiment.
They did the experiment as it's supposed to be, and a lot of the couples stayed together. I think there's only a couple of couples that it didn't work. And he said, actually, the couples lasted, but it was boring. No one watched. So now, moving on to, where are they now? Series 7. I watched a trailer for the Australia one. It looks wild.
Jeez, I can't. It's too much.
Wild. Anyway, he was like, now, okay, this entertainment, but they still bring in couples that they still believe are compatible with this, but there's going to be tension. I was like, I mean, whatever makes you feel good at night. But like,
you're a dating coach, and you spend your day out putting people together that are going to fight.
And what's worse is that people that are hopeful singles look at these TV shows and be like,
I'm going to apply.
No, the pool is full of piss.
Yeah,
and they see that. So anyway, he was saying that boring love, like good love, is boring. But love that requires ups and downs,
no,
it's more entertaining.
It's entertaining
it's drama.
When you're not out here trying to. You're right. Maybe it's when
Exactly.
you're not out here trying to find someone. But like me, I'm too tired to be watching people fight on TV.
Exactly. And then going back to The Apprentice again. The boring people that will probably make incredible investments for a little sugar, they're not going to make it on this show that long. They have to bring a bit of pizzazz to them. Or some of them do. They, seep through the cracks. And towards the end, it becomes more serious and probably a bit more boring. That's why you don't watch it. But it takes a bit of time to get to those competent people because you need to keep the drama going. And that's why you keep the people that are a bit more incompetent, like the whatever his name was, who is running an event company but lost Anna Sugar money for an event.
Yeah, because he's entertaining, but I didn't even really find him that entertaining.
No, it wasn't entertaining.
If I'm honest.
But yeah.
And also, yeah, this was the same last year. It's the same this year. Something like the girls aren't great. The boys are fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh!
Like I can never get over how like the boys are just like so many rungs down. Like, did you? This is a guy who is technically a doctor, so could be meeting you to tell you you've got cancer, and he can't count. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Please let me out of my misery.
God.
That's scary.
That is scary.
Or worse, why is my doctor on TV?
Yeah, fam,
Why is my doctor?
There's a doctor shortage in the NHS. Go back to the
Go
NHS,
to
Jerry.
work. Go to work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to start a vitamin. You can start a vitamin business and still have a job.
Yeah.
Why am I seeing you with this weird genie ass beard on your chin, telling me that you've got the looks? Excuse me.
Yeah, that one shocks me because I've seen hot doctors and you ain't.
It's not giving.
No. But I will be watching this season of Apprentice. I'm very excited.
I can't wait to see how far that person gets.
Honestly,
it was crazy to me.
I think he'll get again good time, not a long time.
And like, I would love for Middle Eastern people to get involved in this conversation.
Yeah.
But the way that Middle Eastern people would like eyes act like, I'm kind of the hottest person you've ever seen. Chill out. It takes more than eyes to make someone whore. please. That's why when you meet someone and they're white but they've got blue eyes and they think they're the hottest person on the planet. Chill out. Your biceps are deflated.
But look, I don't.
Beauty is more than just what's in your eyeballs.
Yeah, that was. Is more than what's in your eyeballs and more than the colour of your hair.
I saw it as soon as they said, "Oh yeah, he said he's got the looks," and they cut to him. I was like, "Okay, so you've got light eyes, and that's why you think, oh." It's the same with when you meet light skin boys who are like, "Oh, I've got green eyes, honey." Relax.
I remember a girl who said that her type was light skin with green eyes. I said, "Why? What's the reason?" She's like, "They're just cute." I'm like,
not everyone.
Don't make it your personality.
Not everyone.
Don't make that your personality trait.
And that's why I always say, I'm never gonna walk into a building and be like, "This is my type." because they'll present you with your type. You'll be like,
oh no, it's
not this one, not this one.
No.
Someone at work tried to tell me, I thought you'd like this guy.
One is to tell me who the guy is.
I will show you a picture. Yeah. Not my type at all. I said, I've already shown you a picture. I showed you a picture last week, I think, about this. Not my type at all. I don't know where you got that idea from.
Okay, maybe we'll talk about it off the pod.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah. Talking of hits, should we talk about the shows that we're excited to watch next year? This year.
We're not going to watch a single show in 2024. We're just going to sit here and talk about stuff. Okay, let's get to it. So, should we go one by one each? Or
yeah, let's do messages? It. Yeah.
Well, my number one.
Oh yeah, we're just going to... thanks for
that.
ASMR. Thank you for ASMR. We both wrote down the shows that we're excited to see in 2024. Starting off with Marvel.
I'm not excited to see this show, but I am excited. I'm looking forward to the show.
Yeah.
I'm not... Let me rephrase that. I'm going to watch the show.
Okay. Oh, wow.
It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay, because I got that on my list too.
As you know...
Yeah.
This is a hot people show to me.
Yeah.
This is a hot people film, so I was expecting a hot people show.
Hey.
Originally, it was Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Donald Glover, and I said, I guess we forgot the hot. And then we replaced Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which I'm really interested in. She's not said anything about it, but I'm looking forward to when they eventually speak on this. Replaced Phoebe Waller-Bridge with Maya Erskine, who is from Pen 15.
Okay. Oh yeah.
The show was created by Donald Glover and someone called Francesca Sloan, who wrote on Atlanta,
okay,
she wrote on Fargo.
Yeah.
And a colleague of mine said they started watching it and they were like,
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah.
But Donald Glover has apparently Donald Glover has his shirt off in a lot of scenes. And has done, I guess, work to have a shirt off.
Oh. Because every time I think about Donald Glover's shirtless, I think of This Is America, the music video.
Right.
And then my head goes to Adam Driver in Star Wars. The high-waisted...
collection of guys.
Honestly, it's just like the high-waisted short torso. That's what my mind goes to.
I think of Donald Glover as soft.
Not hot.
Damn, I never said that. I actually said I just think of him as soft body-wise, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think everybody needs to be cut. Like, sometimes I see people when they've got 6 packs, I'm like, okay, give it a rest. Like, let us live. So,
But I can see him in the photos as well, even the promotional photos, and he's given...
I went to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is an interesting thing, right? Because like I said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie in their heyday.
Yeah.
Actually, not Brad Pitt in his heyday. Brad Pitt is in his heyday in Troy, but we move.
I think Brad Pitt is in his heyday now.
You need to go to shower. After he's had all this work done, now you're like,
I know, he has had serious work done.
But like those two people were like the hottest people that have ever existed in that moment.
Yeah.
And so when it got picked up and they said it's going to be Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Donald Glover, I was like, okay, it's the intellectuals, Mr. and Mrs. And we love that. And I'm interested.
What's that thing? Is it the saposexual? Where you saposexual? Saposexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Same.
Because I think the most important thing is really the chemistry between... Because the premise is these two people are spies and they don't both know that they're spies, but then they're going to figure out that they are spies when they get put on jobs. Opposite ends of the same job.
I think that the narrative for the show has twisted a little bit, so they do know that they're spies. Okay. I think.
There's lots of stars
that secret part I don't think is there in comparison to the film.
There's lots of stars in it.
Yeah.
Sarah Paulson's in it.
Oh, okay.
John Turturro.
Okay.
Like lots of people that you're like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Which will be fun, and
yeah.
I guess I'm definitely gonna watch an episode of it.
Yeah.
Whether I watch the whole series depends on whether we're gonna review it on the pod. But like, it seems like because we've both got it on our list, we probably have to.
I think we may have to. Yeah. So it's already come out. By the time this recording comes out, it's really gone out February 2nd on Amazon Prime. I put it on my list as well because, to be perfectly honest, and we can talk about it at the end, that I wasn't like massively enthused by all the shows this year. But I think some of that is like a over here from the strikes, and some of the big shows that we were expecting.
Over here from the strikes. What's it over here?
Like it's basically the remnants.
Yeah, that over here's not a word.
It's not. I've used it.
You mean like overhang?
No,
No, an overhear is not a thing.
I've used overhear in a sentence or two.
Overhear is not
let me just put
a remnant for sure.
Let me just double check before because I definitely have used the word overhear. Overhear. Hear without meaning to. The definition of overhear is hear someone or something without meaning to or without the knowledge of the speaker. So it is a real word, but definitely
I'm telling you, what you read it in is not real. That's why I said it.
I've used that word in sentences. Anyway, it's a no. I don't want to use
a leftover.
It's a leftover. That's all. Basically, the impact. It's the impact of the strike.
It's impacted by the strike.
English is not my forte.
English is not her first language.
Yeah. But yeah, this year will be massively impacted by the strikes, obviously.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
The shows that we would have hoped that we would see in 2024, we're not going to see it. That being said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith seemed interesting. We talked about it ages ago when Phoebe Bridges had Waller Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
When Phoebe Waller-Bridge was part of the conversation. It was part of the conversation. And then I saw the promotional posters and I saw the trailer and actually I was like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought.
I haven't seen the trailer.
Have you not? Okay, I've seen the trailer. It wasn't that bad. But that's why I do think that the premise that we probably had in our head around the film is definitely not going to be the case for this series. Which I think is good. I think it's good because I don't want to go in or my bar is quite low in terms of expecting to see attractive people.
Damn. I'm a little bit nervous just because obviously Swarm was a sort of Donald Glover ex-Atlanta employee project.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite hit the mark for me. And so I wonder if this will be like almost there but not quite.
Yeah.
I do respect the fact that he's working with a lot of people that he worked with before. Because it's like, we worked on this show together, the show's over, but like I want to keep working with you, which is nice.
Yeah.
But he also has a deal with Amazon, so he probably just went to them and said, what have you guys got? Because I don't have any ideas.
Yeah. Because that's what I mean. It feels, again, we're just rehashing reboots and returning series. Like, it's just, where's the originality?
I will say this, it's a great title.
To reboot.
Mr. and Mrs. Mrs. Smith is a great title. Like, the premise is really good.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I don't think honestly the film is not fantastic, but just the premise is good. So you put it in the right hands, you get something quite memorable. So they were really lucky to get that title, and I'm looking forward to what they do. What's next on your list?
So I've got another show that's come out already by the time we film. It's One Day, which is on Netflix. Yeah. One Day.
David Nichols.
The David Nichols title or adaptation.
Is he writing it?
He exec produced it. I think he wrote it too. There has also been a film, ironically, there's also been a film of One Day many years ago, about 10 years ago, I think, 2011, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Which wasn't that great. Her accent is just diabolical. But yeah, it was not great. But One Day tells the story of Emma and Dexter that follows their lives over almost 2 decades on the same day.
Emma played by the junior doctor in This Is Gonna Hurt.
Amber Mod, I think.
Yeah, and then Dexter is played by
very hot
Leah Woodall from White Lotus.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting.
Are you fucking your uncle? Great way to.
Oh God!
So that's a fun thing
Oh God! Yeah. It's a very interesting coupling. I'm excited to see.
I'm excited. I liked her a lot in This Is Gonna Hurt, and I liked him a lot in White Lotus. So getting 2 people that I like, it's very exciting.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that adaptation. I remember reading that book many years. It was such a sweet book, and it was
just such a you book.
It is 100% my kind of book. I'm a lover girl, like deep down. So this is a book that I remember reading it, but I think maybe I was young. I was young. I definitely was young, but I didn't have a visualization of who Emma and Dex were in my head. And definitely with this adaptation, is not the traditional Emma and Dex that people would have thought of, because look at the film. So
Times have changed.
Times have changed. I'm keen to see us watch it and potentially review it. Next.
My next one is Domino Day.
Oh.
A sexy supernatural thriller is what it's described as on BBC iPlayer. So, Domino Day is a series that was like announced when Grind Kids and Champion was announced.
Okay.
It's a series about a witch in Manchester who finds herself like accidentally killing her lovers. Hence a sexy supernatural thriller. For some reason though, all the episodes have been dumped on iPlayer, and I can't work out if it's because it was a BBC Three commission or if they just went, oh, who's gonna watch this? Dumped it on. But all of the episodes are on iPlayer currently, and I feel like it's worth watching. You know, it's very rare that we get these like, so the lead is black, and it's very rare that we get like a genre piece with a black lead written by a black writer, Lauren Sequeira. So I think it's worth checking out, and I would have checked it out if it had TX'd as well. Not sure why it hasn't, but like, I'll be interested to see. I spoke to a commissioner at the BBC who told me that like, I really want romantasy.
What the hell? Oh
which is
God.
like, I guess,
Romance
sexy supernatural. So I'm really interested to see how this hits the mark. Me personally, like, I don't know, Vampire Diaries was the closest I ever came to like a sexy supernatural, and it pissed me off a lot.
Yeah.
Because why just pick one of them?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like, will they, won't they? As you know, with Scandal. As soon as she was going back and forth between those two boys, I said, I'm out.
I will continue watching until she picks a choice.
Make a decision. Imagine living in a life where two men are like crying at home, dying, they all kill themselves over you, and you're like, decision. Make a decision! Also, didn't she also hook up with the guy?
Which guy?
The black guy. At her workplace. Weren't they also in a thing?
No.
Were they flirting?
No. And he only was there for one season, and they brought another black guy.
He got in trouble.
Yeah, he got in trouble. And they brought another black guy, and they didn't.
Anyway, yes, it's on BBC iPlayer.
Nice.
Oh, the other thing is the lead is played by Sienna Kelly, who is in Adult Material on Channel 4. And I remember just like being like, she gave a really standout performance in that. So I'm excited to see what she does with this.
Nice. My other one is Abbott Elementary Series 3.
Lovely.
Again, these are shows that I actually just want to see, that I think I will watch.
I was going to watch that anyway, but when I
exactly.
saw the Jeremy Allen Black joke in the trailer, I said, I'm here for it.
Was it? Oh, I haven't even seen the trailer.
So there's a bit where they're like, what's the principal's name again? Anyway, she's turned a new leaf and she's doing work, and they're like, oh, we need to distract her. And so, what's his name? Greg is his name Greg? What's his name?
Oh, let's get some names. Let's get some names here.
Gets in her sort of office windows with his arms. She's like, get out of here, Jeremy Allen Black. And I was like,
you know it's going to be funny.
But then the quote said, this is really interesting, because is this a universe where Jeremy Allen White exists but Ayo Edebiri doesn't exist? Because obviously Ayo plays Quinta's sister.
Yes, and she'll be in this
So how come Jeremy Allen exists in this universe but she doesn't exist in this universe?
Oh my God. Okay.
Think about it. And then it made me think, this is why I feel like you have to make up all your celebs on a show, because otherwise
it's gonna
it just messes with the show.
Ava,
is
the head teacher's name.
And his name's Greg, right?
It's Greg, Gregory, Because also his name is Tyler James Williams.
I know, and that's what came in my head. It's like Tyler, and I was like, no,
let's not do this.
His character's name.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see it. Last season came out last year.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Jacob. I rewatched the season.
Who's Jacob again?
The white guy.
Oh my God, yes. Oh,
And
Jacob will always be the one with the gel down hair at the Golden Globes.
Jacob is not. They don't give Jacob enough praise, and also, and honestly, Jacob's character is very entertaining to me. So I think that's what I love about an ensemble, is like every time you rewatch it, there's a new character. You're like, you know what? I don't think I ever gave you your flowers. You deserve them. And the last time I watched, I was like, Jacob is a breath of fresh air. Yeah. He really is.
Yeah. I think it's a great ensemble cast where everyone shines. Yeah, honestly. And that's quite hard for a ensemble cast.
Whoever like cast this show and like cast The Office and cast Parks Rex and like cast Friends is probably like
making money. It's genius, honestly. And these are people that you would never put together. But
like who is the person who went this and this?
Yeah.
That's who it is. Yeah. That's what it is.
So I'm excited to see it. I binged series 2 like literally in one sitting. So I know I'm going to do the same for series 3. But
I don't really. As we talked about at the time, I think like extending the will they won't they by having them kiss and then be like, no, we just can't be together. I was like, whatever.
Come on. Please decide if you want to be together in series 3, but if not, let's keep on cracking the jokes.
I really feel like The Office did this to me and I'm traumatized.
But I loved that Office thing. I mean,
it was different.
It was different.
It wasn't just like, oh, will they, won't they, and they were just talking to each other. It's like, okay, in the first season, she's with someone.
Yeah,
second season, that they break up, but he's with someone. Yeah. Then it's like they're both single, they're going to go on the date. Then they get married. Then they have the kid. Then he gets the job somewhere else. Like, every season is a different stage of this relationship. Yeah. Whereas, like, to, like, finally kiss and then be like, we're just not going to act on it. It's very, like, okay.
Let's give it a couple of seasons.
Let's give it a couple of episodes. Yeah. They are going to hook up. What the hell? Her character is just not the kind of person who can be like, yeah, I'm just going to watch the man that I love.
But look, I think we had a similar conversation with The Bear. I find it a little bit hard to believe and see them having sex.
We're not going to see them have sex.
Being in bed together. Being in bed together. I think it's going to be really hard to see. I can't imagine it. The same way with Ayo and
they're
Jeremy.
not going to give you an image of the two of them in bed though. They're going to do it differently. People can be couples without butts bumping.
I know, but just them kissing, I can't imagine it. I just can't.
Well, maybe you won't see them kiss. Maybe you'll just see them hugging. Maybe you see them kiss her forehead. You know, people can be affectionate
I know.
or intimate in ways that's not just like put your tongue down my throat.
I know. I know. Moving on. Tell me your next one.
My next one is...
You really try to drag me. I can't believe it. All right.
Expats on Prime Video.
Okay.
It's about a group of expats in Hong Kong. It sounds really boring, but it's directed by Lulu Wang, who directed The Farewell, which is one of my favourite movies. I'm excited. Is this going to make me cry? We'll see. We'll see. It's on Prime Video. It's already come out. So...
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman's in it.
Yes, I saw about this. Yeah. I'll be interested to see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
Yeah. My next one is Queenie.
Channel 4. Of course, Queenie.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one. It's based on a book by Candice Carty-Williams. I am not too sure much about the premise. We're going to read it quite quickly.
It's about a young woman who either gets out of a relationship with her boyfriend and starts dating someone who's white, or gets out of a relationship with her white boyfriend. I can't remember.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's
about Jamaican people.
About Jamaicans, Black, British, and, you know, Candice Carty-Williams was part of Champion. So it's going to be really interesting.
She's acting her own novel.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is going to be very
interesting.
interesting.
She's been working on this for a while.
She has, yeah.
This is a novel that I tried to get when I was at my old job, so I'm very excited to watch this, because if it's not good, I'll be like, I would have done a better job.
But yeah, that will be something I'm really intrigued to see, and Channel 4 has been promoting that as part of their lineup.
They've been dragging it out because I've been working on it for like literally 5 years.
Yeah.
My next one is Black Cake.
Okay.
Which is an American series. It was on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus now for us. The premise is about a mother, Eleanor Bennett, dies and leaves her children a flash drive that holds untold stories of her journey from the Caribbean to America. Which like upends their lives, and they have to go and like search for answers and stuff. I want to watch this because I know a writer who I think produced it and also wrote an episode. But I also want to watch it because I have a series. It's not dead. It's in a weird place about a group of siblings who learn something about their dad once he fakes his death.
Okay.
So I'm interested to. I mean, it's a similar premise except for their mum actually really does die. To see how they treat that, and a lot of it takes place in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the 2023, I guess 2024 is the year of the Jamaicans. We got to let them have their moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Ashley Thomas from Top Boy, who plays Sully's cousin, or Duchesne's cousin, one of their cousins. He's in seasons 1 to 3, I think. Okay. He's also in it. Yeah. Then he dies in season 3, I think, or 4.
Nice spoiler.
Sorry, you're not ever going to watch it, so don't
I am going to watch Top Boy. I actually should write Top Boy this year.
But she hasn't.
I haven't. No, I have not.
Person?
My next one, I think this is my last one, because I think I've written a lot more returners based on just my...
That's okay.
I put Bridgerton series 3.
I won't be watching that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch season 2.
You know, okay. Series 2 wasn't that great. Series 3 is going to follow Penelope's story. The Owen and Colin's story, the guy who's who has blown up already. But the only reason I want to watch Series 3 so we can get to Series 4. Because Series 4 is with the hot brother. And they're bringing a dark black girl who plays love interest, so...
What hot brother? I thought we've done all the brothers.
And there's still one more.
Damn, there's too many brothers in this family. This is bizarre.
Actually, no, he's the...
Whose brother is he?
He's, I think it's Penelope's brother.
Oh, their brother?
Their brother, not
right,
Colin's brother, yeah. So, I'm just waiting for Series 4. So, we need to get over this one to get to the next one.
Shonda Rhimes, whatever cocaine you put in this series, take it out. Free my friends. Free my sisters in Christ. Every day waiting for interracial relationships. Enough! No.
The black girl that they were going to bring in.
Enjoy what you need to enjoy.
So beautiful.
Enjoy what you need to enjoy.
But also, he is the hot brother. Not the other guy not Jonathan Bailey.
I don't remember this brother at all.
Let me go and get his photo.
You get him up, because I don't remember.
I'll get his photo while you're going to your next one.
My next one is Borders.
Okay.
It's a comedy for the BBC 3, I think. It is about 5 underprivileged black kids who are given scholarships to a private school. Mm-hmm. It's written by Daniel Lawrence Taylor, who wrote a show called Time Wasters for ITV2, which is about a jazz band that get transported back in time to the Victorian ages. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's probably... I've never seen that man in my life.
I just showed her the hot brother, who's played by Luke Thompson.
Never seen that man in my life.
And known as Benedict. It's Benedict. Ben.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched one season of Bridgerton and then apparently immediately deleted it from my head. I only know Penelope because she's in Derry Girls.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anybody else apart from Jonathan Bailey. Oh my gosh. That's it. That's all I remember. And obviously the adults like Adjo Andos and
yeah, she was in Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That's it. That's literally
that was it.
That's literally it. So when you show me pictures from people like this is a British, I'm like, I've never seen this. I genuinely have never seen this person in my life.
Oh my
God. You
God.
can tell me I have, but I won't remember them.
Yeah,
but going back to Borders, I know a lot of very talented comedy writers on there, so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I've heard good things. They've already done the writers' room for season 2, so
yeah. Okay, so it's only
expected to do quite well, but we'll see. You know, the BBC, everyone stays cancelling shows that you've heard good things about.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
I think I'm wrapping up because I think I put Industry Series 3, but that was a real stretch.
Unhinged.
So
I haven't seen season 2. I haven't finished season 1. Let alone season 3.
So I think if I be perfectly frank, I really did. I was digging.
Are you not excited for Love Is Blind?
I am. I'm excited for Love Is Blind. I'm really excited about, I'll be honest, is Love Is Blind, always, but Love Is Blind UK is coming. We've already had Love Is Blind Sweden, which I watched, but I'll be honest, disappointed. It didn't. I mean, the storyline, no, it didn't give, because all the couples, spoiler alert, end up staying together. It's like, what's the point? I am down for love. I am always down for love, but you need a bit of drama, and I don't think we got enough drama. The payoff didn't come across, because some of the men were F-boys and they should have broken up, but the fact that they're still together, that was why I was not happy with it. But if they're good men, if he's a good man, Savannah, you should stay with him. But some of these men aren't. And also, Sweden was really promising Alexandra Skarsgård in my head, and they were not.
Alexandra Skarsgård isn't even that hot.
He's hotter than most of the guys that were on that show.
Damn.
Anyway, I'm excited for what Love Is Blind is going to bring this year.
My last one is a show called Based on True Story, which has been out in the US already.
Is that the one with
Kelly Cuoco
and the other guy?
Yeah, from Mini Project.
I absolutely love him.
He's lovely.
So short, but
tiny.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, absolutely. He's a short king in a short king spring. Okay,
but the logline is: a realtor, a former tennis star, and a plumber sees a unique opportunity to capitalize on America's obsession with true crime. I don't know what that means.
I think it'd be quite interesting though. I've seen it.
I have heard good things from people who've seen it.
Yeah,
and it's a 7.2 on IMDb, which means it'll probably be decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my last one, I think. Yeah.
I do think that there are a lot of returner shows. In terms of like new shows coming out later this year, there's a lot of just returners that are going to be exciting. In terms of new shows, you brought in a lot more new shows, like brand new IP versus I think I put 3 3 returners in mine. But yeah, I've not been as enthused with the TV slate for this year. Also, I do wonder what's going on with HBO, because usually I would be like, I'm excited to watch this new show based on what I've seen from HBO. It wasn't giving me as much. And actually, a lot of your shows you picked was Amazon, which is very interesting. Yeah. Also, Apple TV, I do want to invest more in this year, because I know there's shows like Severance and Ted Lasso that I need to actually sit down and watch. So alongside the shows that Paul picked out, that is a streamer that I actually want to invest time in, because
I want to watch Criminal Record on Apple as well. Yeah. So
I saw like a news article that was saying that Apple TV is the new HBO.
Yeah, Apple's doing. I actually agree. I think Apple is in. I think every streamer, apart from Prime and like, I don't know. Hey You and Roku,
which I had to cancel,
was that in your initial years you're much more picky with the stuff that you pick up, and therefore, and you don't have massive slates. Your execs are paying attention to the stuff that they're working on, and you end up delivering stuff of good quality. Like we always talk about the like golden age of Netflix, which was like House of Cards, Orange is the New Black. Yeah. Like those shows were made to like a level of quality that they cannot make shows now, because they are churning stuff out on a near daily basis, as opposed to like 100%. We have 4 dramas on our streamer that are ours. Everything else is stuff that we bought, which is fine, but we have 4 that we've made, and they are the best things that you could possibly ever watch, and that was true. And I think that Apple is in that heyday of their thing. Like they've had Hijack, they've got Severance. I love Servant on that. Channel. Foundation is very good for them. Silo is very good for them. Like there are lots of Slow Horses, Bad Sisters. Like
so
their output in general, not even just the American shows are good and the UK shows are bad. Like their output in general is very good, and I just think they're being a bit more deliberate. And I think I remember meeting an a development exec from them. They said, like, we don't have to make money from our streaming, because we make money from all the other aspects of Apple. So what they're making on Apple TV is just like good content, as opposed to like we need to make money from the stuff that we're making.
Why hasn't Amazon taken a leaf out of their book? Because they technically don't need to make
money.
They
actually are trying to actively do the opposite. Like we met with Amazon and they were like, people think that we're just here to advertise shoes and clothes and stuff that you can buy on Amazon, but we're not. And I was like, you actually should be.
Actually, if you actually did that.
Because if you were doing that, you'd be more careful about you are probably more on it with your copy than you are with the stuff that you're making.
And that's disgraceful.
There is no cohesion between the stuff that they pick up at all. When we met with Amazon, they were like, so hearing the stuff that was coming out this year, we wouldn't make any of these things again. I was like, why are you meeting with us then?
I mean, the minute when Amazon Prime was like, we're going to the same package that you've been paying for the past couple of years, we're now going to add ads to it. Why do you need more money from me?
We're upping it even though we've delivered nothing. What have you made that's made people be like, we need to come here and watch this?
The last thing I watched on Prime Video that I enjoyed was Sobbin.
Yeah, I would say their ability to collect new films, I respect, is good. That's the only thing that they do well.
Prime Video is the streamer that I think will get Beyonce's film.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Or Netflix, but I think he'll be Prime. That's who I think, because they've got Rihanna's Fenty shows. But yeah, bigger conversation, but it's really interesting to see the stuff on your list. I'm sure we will review a good chunk of the show.
And more.
And more, definitely.
So,
go on. I was going to say, if there's anything that you're interested in this year and would like us to review,
but it better be good.
Please drop it in the comments.
We'll remove you as a follower.
No, please don't.
You can't do that. I don't think you can do that.
We need you.
What are we going to watch next week? What was the thing that we both mentioned?
Griselda.
Okay, let's watch Griselda.
And then
let's watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith afterwards.
Yeah.
But what we are watching for our next deep dive is Griselda. Yeah. So,
starring Sofia Vergara,
wearing a prosthetic that Griselda's actually family don't like.
Interesting. Because have you seen Griselda in real life?
She didn't have that.
Not at all.
This is, again, like when that dude, Bradley Cooper, decided to wear the nose for Maestro.
It's not necessary.
Cut it out.
Yeah, it's just not
How are we not learning from, like... Anyway,
bigger conversation. We're going to talk about when we review Griselda. But yeah, this has been really fun. I feel like we've got a whole bunch of shows that we can add to our rota of stuff we're going to review.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we've still got those same mess from Love Island, Traitors, Apprentice, and all the fun stuff that's going to come up. So, yeah.
We love you guys.
Thank you guys for listening. This has been Scripts and Giggles with Shoshana.
And Money.
Bye. God.
Eat that, Jello. We've got to talk about Jello's performance.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the Grammys either. Next
Bye.
time.